Ah, the magic ring. You either love it or you hate it. Now in today's video I'm going to show you how to do the magic ring for absolute beginners, but then I'm also going to show you exactly which stitch to work in after you've completed the magic ring. I know I've already done a video on this, but I'm just going to recreate it very quickly and show you that little extra step. I've had a few people get in touch just saying to me I'm a bit confused as to where to go after I've done the magic ring, so this video is for you guys. So very quickly, the magic ring is used to start most amigurumis. For example, my little worry pat here, his magic ring is on the top and on the top of the horns, and as soon as you get the hang of this skill, this stitch, it's an absolute eye-opener. There is no limit as to what you can make. So for today I'm going to be using my trusty 4mm crochet hook, and I'm also going to bring a stitch marker into the equation so I can show you exactly where to go after we finish the magic ring, which will, in your pattern, be the start of round 1. So I'm just going to use some nice blue yarn, and as I said, I'm going to try and make this tutorial for absolute beginners, so I'm going to go as slow as possible. All you'll need to know is how to do a single crochet, and that's in US terminology, and a chain. So to start, we're going to create our magic ring, and to do that I'm going to take up my yarn and I'm going to drape it over these 2 fingers, and then I'm going to wrap it around and then around again, so I form this cross right on my fingers, right between my fingers. I've got this nice little cross here, and now I'm going to take my hook and I'm going to go under that first strand there. I'm going to grab hold of that second strand, and I'm going to very carefully pull the whole thing off my fingers, just like so. And now I'm going to make sure that this working tail is up here. It's up here, out the way, and I'm just going to grab hold of that working tail, stick my pointy finger out, and then move the whole thing over my finger like so, and make sure that my hook isn't moving much. So that's how I'm going to get comfortable for this video. Next, I'm going to take control of my magic ring. So I'm going to stick my middle finger out and use my thumb as well, and I'm going to grab hold of this tail here, just up. I'm going to work my way up until I've got where the cross is, just there on my yarn. So I'm going to hold that, so now I can hold that open. That won't change size now, and with my pointy finger I'm just going to pull the wool just a bit tighter on my hook, and now I feel like I'm ready to go. So for this video I'm going to hold the ring on my middle finger, and it's not going to move from there. So for the first stitch of a magic ring is always going to be a chain 1. Now if your pattern says magic ring 6, we're going to pop 5 more single crochets into this ring, because that chain 1 always counts as your first stitch. If your pattern says magic ring 8 or start with a magic ring 8, same principle, we're going to put 7 more into that ring because that chain is your first stitch. But for the purpose of this video, I will do a magic ring 6 with you. So, like I said, that chain there is the first stitch. So I'm going to put 5 single crochets into this hole here, into this nice open space. And I'm going to constantly maneuver my middle finger and my thumb to hold this knot, and I'm going to make sure that my stitches do not twist. So I'm going to pull this knot down ever so slightly, pop my hook into this big hole, go around the back of the yarn and grab hold, pull it through. I'm also holding the stitch on my hook with my middle finger, go around the back and pull it through. And now I'm going to go in again grab hold, and then pull it through. See how my thumb and my middle finger are moving between holding the knot and then holding that chain as I pull the yarn through. There we go. So as we can see, I've got a nice bunch of stitches in there and they didn't twist. Now if they do twist, you will notice because you'll be able to see the twist. If you do have that, you can very easily just make sure that they're all uniform, just maneuver them around, make sure that they're all in line. So when you've made sure that all of your stitches are nicely in line and they haven't twisted at all, make sure that this one is quite tight. We're going to hold the whole lot here and we're going to grab this starting tail and pull it nice and tight. Not too tight, but we just want to close that ring up like that. And now for the final stitch, we're going to pop a slip stitch straight into the top of that original first chain, so straight into here. Now you'll be able to see it. So we're just going to go straight through both of those loops there. So I see we've got both of the loops on the hook, and then we're going to grab hold of that yarn, pull it through, and then for the slip stitch we're just going to pull it straight through there. And that's how we do the magic ring. So that was a magic ring 6, and like I said, I'll show you where to go from now. So we'll just pop the stitch marker in there, because now we know that that's secure, that's good to go, that won't move, we won't lose it. So the next stitch that you're going to go into, as that was the slip stitch there, will be this one here. So if you hold your hook with that stitch at 12 o'clock, I'm just going to jump straight over into that next stitch here, just there. So it'll be this one. Or you can open the stitches up a bit and you can see where I'd worked into, so it'll be the next one. Make sure you don't work into the same stitch as that slip stitch. So it's going to be there, like so. So depending what your pattern calls for, most of the time the first row after the magic ring, the first round, will be an increase all the way around, for example. But as long as you work nice and easily into each next stitch, you'll be fine. So again, that very first stitch after the magic ring, if you've got your stitch marker in, it's going to be the one right next to it. And it's going to be this one here. Not the one at 12 o'clock, that's the same stitch. It's going to be the one next to it, just there. There we go, like so. So there we go, that's how you create the magic ring for beginners, and also which stitch to work in next, as that's been confusing quite a few people that have they've let me know, they've been in touch and said, where do I go next? So this video is for you, you go into that one. So you've got 12 o'clock and then you go straight into the next one, So there we go. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more weekly tips, tricks and free crochet patterns. And like I said in my community post, I've also learnt how to mirror my videos so they will be deemed left-handed so nobody gets left out. So this is going to be one of those that I will mirror just so I can include as many people as possible in this crochet journey. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you soon. Bye for now.